Hi guys. If you're trying to be the best version of yourself, you're trying to best you can with what you've been given, you're trying to basically live your best life. Guys, you need to hit that subscribe button. You also need to hit the notification button around there. It'll let you know every time I upload a video. At 20, I was this carefree, happy-go-lucky girl who just thought like growing up was far away from me. I quickly realized that it's not like that, and a few years later, or grown up. Like, I have a lot of things that I've had to learn. If I had known all these things that I know now, then things might have been different. I might have gone maybe a different road. I might have, not lost as many opportunities as I did, or I may have gotten more opportunities than I did. So I'm sharing this with you so that if you didn't know, you will not have to lose as much as I did. The first thing I wish I knew when I was 20 was there is no age limit for hustle. You do not have to reach a certain age. Back when I was 20, I dabbled in a few businesses, but I was not thinking of building, thinking of just having money to spend at the time. If I had known that it would take consistency and a build up to be able to build a brand, I would not have played with it back then. I would have been trying to grow something I'd already started at 20, as opposed to trying to start when I reach the age that I feel like hustle should start. There's no age you'll reach that you realize, oh, I should start to try to build an empire now. If you have found something that you can do or you're good at, you can start now, whatever it is, on whatever scale it is. So you see, that's still another issue you will face. So if you're watching this and you're still feeling like I don't need to hustle yet, chill till I reach a certain age, this is that certain age. I wish I had started earlier. So if you are, less than 26, then it's definitely time for you to start. Okay, so if you start now, you can grow it. When I was 20, I sold like bags and shoes, I sold jewelry, I tried my hand at makeup, okay, and all these things. Imagine if 6 years later I had been consistent. Imagine where I would have been by now. However, at that time I was just looking at it as, this is just for fun, this is just for lunch money, and so I did not try to build it. On the contrary, I just didn't have a plan for the businesses that I tried my hand at. But now I know that if I could do something different, I would have paid more attention to trying to grow the businesses. And I think by now, the second thing I wish I had known when I was 20 is that I can ask. Okay, I could have asked for a lot more than what I got. I mean, I had this mindset of, if people don't give me, then it's not mine to have. And I would have situations where I was thinking like that in a place where I wanted something, and then the next minute somebody comes and asks for the thing and they get it. I didn't get it then, but now I understand that a lot of things in this world will not come to you until you ask. And sometimes it's as simple as asking. No has never killed anybody. That is what I found out now. Between 20 and here, I found out that if I ask for this thing, it's one of two things. They'll either tell me yes or they'll tell me no. If they say yes, great, I have that thing I wanted. But if they tell me no, I won't drop dead and die. Okay, maybe I may be embarrassed a bit, but embarrassment has not killed anybody yet. I've not heard of it. So still, you go back, and I know that now next time I'm coming to ask, I know how not to ask. I know that I need to do something different. Okay, so I'm coming back with experience, and I'm definitely going to come back because now I know that the first no doesn't necessarily mean an always no. It may mean a wait, it may mean a not right now, it may be a not like that, not what you're asking, but something different. So a no is not always a no, and even if it is a no, we're going to find some way to get that thing still. So if I were to advise my 20-year-old self right now, I would say open your mouth and ask. You cannot be so timid, shy, scared of other people's reactions that you will give up things that ordinarily would have come to you, ordinarily could come to you. So if you're listening to this and the last time you wanted to ask for something, you talked yourself out of it, I'm telling you now that if you ask, all you're going to get is either a yes or a no. And either ways, you're still going to walk away with something good. Okay, so the third thing that I wish I had known when I was 20 is there are so many skills out there that are not taught in schools. There are so many skills that you can learn on your own, and you might not even use them immediately, but trust me, eventually when you get out in the real world, you're going to need them. They're going to come in handy. Okay, skills like digital skills, for example. When I was 20, it just seemed unnecessary. I mean, I was reading law. I did not need computers. I'm finding out now that everybody needs digital skills, and people are getting paid nicely for it. So imagine if I had started back then, like taking small courses and all that. But digital skills are not the only skills I'm talking about. There are courses that teach public speaking. There are courses that teach writing. Okay, there are so many things out there that you can learn free of charge. If you just Google free skills in Google, you will find a number of them. I personally have taken a free Google course that's a digital course. So if you Google, I will drop a link for that course in the comment section. You can click it and take it. And the good thing is you get a certificate at the end of it. You could be in school, and I'm not saying go pay school fees for another school. You could check online. There are free courses. I promise you guys, you will not regret whatever it is that you can add to your CV when you're either job hunting, or even the skills you learn that will help you in whatever you decide to do, be it entrepreneurship or like a 9-to-5 job. You're going to be glad that you started acquiring skills when a lot of your peers do not feel like they have to. The fourth thing I wish I had known when I was 20 is discipline and consistency trumps passion and talent. I mean, you could be passionate about something, but you do not do it all the time. You do not discipline yourself enough to work at it. Then that is just going to remain something you're passionate about, but not something you can monetize, not something you can build on. You can be talented as Hades and you're not putting in the work, you're not consistent with putting out whatever it is you're doing or working at it. For example, you're a writer and you know you're good with words, but you know that these things take practice, but you do not practice every day because after all, you were born with it. Okay, so another person who is not as good as you but takes time to write every day is going to reach where you're trying to reach much faster if you ever get there, or if you guys ever reach the same level. What I'm saying is, regardless of the fact that you're passionate about something, regardless of the fact that you're good at something, you need to put in the work, you need to be consistent with it. If you like writing, write every day. I promise you, you'll see the difference. If you like to draw, for example, try it every day. Do something about it every day. If you're not learning from somebody who's better than you, then you're practicing what you already know. If I like to write, if I had written every day, I believe that I would have been at least a published author twice over. Okay, so these are things that I wish I had known back when I was 20. If I did, I think that I would have been in a better place, or a much further place in our career of what it is that you're good at. Regardless of the fact that you're good at it, you have to work at it. There's no two ways about it, and consistency is key because human beings forget, the body forgets. No matter how good you are at something, you can be better, and if you improve today and you do not practice it, you will forget it. The last thing that I will say I wish I had known when I was 20 is that I had control over my life. I did not know that then. For me, things were just happening to me. Oh, it was time to school, life just moved me along, life just happened to me. Okay, now I know to an extent. I know I'm still learning, but I feel like I know now that I have some measure of control over my life. Okay, I can control where I go, I can control what I say, I can control who has access to me, I can control what I read, what I ingest, the energy I allow to be around me. I have control over all these things, and I had control over them at 20. I just didn't know it. Okay, so you have control over how you spend your time. You can waste it or not. You have control over a lot of things. There are a number of things that are beyond our control, but not everything is. So if you're listening to this, I hope you can sit down and check, what do I have control over? The friends you keep, if there's a friend that's making you feel negative all the time, you have control over that. You're not forced to stay around that person. If there's something you eat that you do not end up liking, your body doesn't end up liking, you have control. Stop eating that thing. Okay, so these are just little things I'm saying, but if you sit down and check, there are things that you're not okay with in your life. Why are you keeping it around? You're not okay with how you always go late. You can change that. You're not okay with how you have a bad reputation for some reason. You can change that. You're not okay with some toxic traits that you see in yourself. You can change that. You have power over a lot of things in your life, and you need that power is there, but it will remain dormant until you actually decide to use it. That's the end for today. If you heard anything that you liked, please like. So I'll see you guys in the next video.